There's a nice Buckeye top.
Wow. It's beautiful.
And it's another antique brown, I believe. Yes.
Okay, there's no top, right?
Yeah, spruce top. It's an
spruce
Alain
top,
Caron.
yes, Alain Caron model.
Nice.
Yeah. Wow. Check out the back.
Yeah.
All framed.
Nice
maple
figure.
wood, yeah.
Fiesta red. The
Roasted body.
roasted ash. Matching pickups. And there's a wooden pickguard.
Is it hard to make the wooden pickguard? It's
Yes, it's quite a bit of work. We back them with a piece of brass for support and strength.
I see.
So there's a lot of lamination and cutting, fitting. So the matching necks for those bodies, the Buckeye top for Alfred,
Alfred.
that's his name. So trans white with a flame board.
Wow. Check this out. Oh, look at the frame.
This one's a very custom order.
Wow.
It's synth ready.
Okay. Wow.
So we made a jack plate for him. Purple hard top.
Wow.
And he
Wow.
wanted a special shape, and he wanted the alder to show through.
Uh-huh. So is it a hybrid shape?
Huh?
Is it a hybrid shape between
this
the
is
BN and...
this is completely different than anything
Uh-huh.
else we've made.
Okay.
It's quite a bit.
So if someone asks you for a custom shape, do you have to draw them, or you just
I
sort of-
draw them and make sure, one, they look good. Two, the customer likes it.
Okay.
And then and I got to make sure everything fits, all the controls, the bridge, make sure the bridge, sits on a flat surface, etc., etc. Yeah.
So is it which finish is more work of gloss or satin or
They're both the same.
same?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the satin, the nice thing about gloss is you have to sand it, so you can get rid of any surface imperfections. But the satin, the last coat that goes on has to be perfect, and it's often tough because there's always particles flying in the air.
I see.
So some of each. I mean, the other one you don't have to polish, the satin ones.
Hey, today we are very lucky to have Marcel and George of F-Base here doing some interview with us, talking about F-Base.
Yeah, I mean, a ton. He's got incredible ears for not only for music but for hearing the frequencies, the whole spectrum of frequencies. Plus, he and I had basically the same ideas of what a bass should sound like, and we just hit it off. I think we met in 1981 through a mutual friend in Montreal, and ever since, we've just been building things together. So he would tell me what he would like, and I would try with the knowledge of woods that I had. I tried to build him what he wanted, and then we would tweak it from there, because his ears are so much better than mine. And hearing what the frequencies basically. We wanted something that was pretty dynamic. So we went for this semi-acoustic, basically to try and use the design of a real upright. So use basically the same woods, but we wanted, more of an acoustic attack, but in a format that he could easily carry around. So in a standard format, like a standard bass. So we went with semi-acoustic. He wanted a softer tone, so a wooden bridge. And actually, I was building wooden bridges right from the beginning. I wanted to approach that upright sound. I really like the Fender tone, but I wanted something that was a little more ergonomic, higher access, easier access without that big heel. stopping you, better access basically on the higher frets,
I see.
a better balance,
Mhm.
sitting down, standing up.
That kind of goes into the specifics, having a tighter threshold for, I mean, the weight, having that proper balance, you're making sure that the same tone woods, even if it is still rosewood alder or maple ash, making sure that it does reach a certain moisture percentage before it's being used in production. So sort of doing things a bit more, I don't know, stringently, kind of being a lot more strict with what we're using, just to ensure they can have really good stability, great tone, and good balance.
Mhm. Cool.
Yeah.
Uh,
But I also wanted the Fender to be a little more versatile.
Uh-huh.
So we made our own pickups and we added a preamp so that would still have that core of a standard North American tone, but we wanted more variation,
I see.
a lot more variation. So the BN5 came to be.
I see.
But then, I mean, as that BN progressed into, what it is now, the sort of left this gap at F-Bass where we did have that Fender tone, where the VF came in 2007 or so,
Earlier.
2006.
I think it started.
Yes, that sort of kind of filled that void that was then left because the BN took on its own shape
I see.
and sound, sort of with jazz roots, but very much so an F-Bass thing.
Mhm.
So that's why the VF came to be, which we now use Aguilar pickups in because they've nailed that vintage tone. So with our preamp, and same wood we'll use, same wood, same team that's making the BNs, still making the VFs. So I guess that'd be to fill the sort of more, everything in F-Bass is more tuned to like more organic, warm sort of vibe.
Yep.
But we did want something a bit more versatile, something that could attain more of a modern tone. So in single coil mode, it is more of like a modern, articulate tone versus our thicker, beefier sounding single coils. And the reason it had to be so articulate as a single coil is because when you go to, say, series humbucking, you can't have a thick sort of sounding single coil beefing that up way too much, becoming muddy, overly compressed. So we've got it split three ways. So it'd be single coil, series humbucking, and parallel humbucking. So single coil is more articulate than the BN single coil. Then you've got series humbucking, which is a lot more thick, it's darker, it's beefier. Then you go up to parallel mode, which is sort of between the two, I guess erring on the single coil mode, more articulate, still very fat sounding.
Yeah, I've heard back from musicians say, wow, I could never do this on my other basses. There's stuff I can do on this bass that I could never do before. So yeah, ease of playing, different tones, comfortability, weight, any and all of those, and even the looks. Some people are inspired by the look and say, wow, I want to play this bass because it's the way I like to see it look. So a lot of the factors of a particular instrument will affect the player deeply. I have two. One is a maple fingerboard ash body, which is
Classic.
it's been classic. It's been standard through the years. Very punchy, lots of mid range, very defined, very aggressive.
Really snappy, really quick attack.
Yeah.
It's great for slap.
And the other one now that I really like is rosewood fingerboard with a alder ash combination in the body, which gives you a really big, thick, fat sound, but the notes are so defined and so clear. It's,
It's just the alders give it that big, round, low end, a lot sweeter. But a lot of like vintage basses being 60s rosewood alder can sound great, but they might be a bit muddy.
A little mushy, a little,
Uh-huh.
and I wanted something clearer. And I've heard it recorded and I've heard it live, and it's
and that ash
just an
tone
amazing tone.
Uh-huh.
So that's my next bass.
But then there's also the newest combo that we tried in the 40th anniversary,
yes.
Uh-huh.
based off of the first fretted F bass ever made. that sort of took a spin on that 3-piece body with the fingerboard. So it was a Mac Ebony fingerboard, African mahogany wings, and
Ash core.
Northern Ash center block.
Ash core.
Actually, a huge part of that combo, we don't have one down here right now, is that Hipshot kick-ass bridge. High mass, brass saddles, crazy sustain, amazing like mid-range character.
Yeah.
Had a real grind to it. I mean, when you dig in it, just a ton of bark and bite to that one. Loads of sustain. Can't stress that enough. It's crazy. So we're going to try that in different. I think we'll try that in a BN series next. We're going to see where that takes us.
Marcel.
No. So it's completely.
He's gonna continue the tradition of, making great instruments and continually improving them.
Yeah, slowly. I mean, with the team. So in the team of 8 of us, the idea is to sort of just kind of go in this direction. We're still going. No huge leaps in design. Small incremental leaps. We analyze everything we do, everything we change. Sort of just naturally evolving.
Cool. Thank you for talking with us.
And thank you for coming.
Oh yes, I have a lot of
Way
fun.
into the frozen north.
Yeah, I'm freezing. Thank you.
Camera.
Yeah. All right.
Spin the camera to show them some snow.